Hi there. Today I would like to share some things that I've learned about breaking generational curses. It's probably been about 9 or 10 months since I really got more clear about what that meant for me. I had a baby, I had my son, and I was thinking in a more clear way than I ever had thought about. I was experiencing this experience of just understanding dynamics within my family and thinking, this is something I don't want him to ever experience. Within that, I understood it's not breaking generational curses. It's not there's an element of that, but on a personal level in your own life, it means obliterating them. It means destroying them. It means completely lighting them on fire so that you don't see the remains of them. That at least has been how it's felt for me. And I don't think it's just like a one time thing and then done. I don't think so. Sorry. I don't think so. Something that I've learned in this process, something that I have learned this last week within this process, is that usually when you are breaking generational curses, a lot of times you're not going to see the people that kind of enforce those curses, for you in your life. You're not going to see those people change their ways. Sometimes you do. Um, I guess, you have your own experience, right? And so I'm just sharing my experience with you. In my case, there are some people who I've been able to continue relationships with even after changing my ways from how they, raised me up into the way that I live now, which isn't terribly. It's pretty different, honestly, in a more expansive way than the way that I grew up. A lot of times we want to, people want to stay in their little boxes of what feels comfortable to them. A lot of times that is what the curse entails. The curse entails that you are stuck. The curse entails that you do not matter. The curse entails that you cannot speak, that you cannot do what you feel in this life you need to do. That's what my curse entails. That's what that curse has entailed for me, is that I've been silenced when there's something that I have to say. You know, feeling like I don't matter, feeling like I'm not going to be able to do the things that I need to do. That has been largely what some adult figures instilled in me growing up, and I don't want my son to feel like that. I don't want him to feel like he doesn't have somebody supporting him on his back. I got you, go, fly, be your best self, discover who you are. I got you, I got your back. I got your back. I want him to feel secure, you know, to feel secure and to feel that he is cared about by specific people. I want him to know who cares about him, and to know who he can trust, and who he can talk to, who he knows is gonna be on the sidelines cheering for him in whatever he's doing. I want him to know that. I want him to feel that. I don't want him to feel like he's in danger because of who he is. You know, yeah. So, so I realized that I had to destroy the cycle, I had to obliterate it. I didn't want those patterns to touch my communications with him, to touch my embodiment, my state of embodiment, like the emotions that I carry throughout all of my interactions and all of my endeavors in my life. I don't want my endeavors to be marked ultimately with anger and fear. Like, for those of you who have been kind of tuned in with me lately, I've been doing a lot of personal work as far as my emotions go, and feeling my feelings instead of repressing them, or like I don't usually explode with my feelings. Usually sometimes I do, but it'll be in frustration or discouragement, and it'll just like explode a little bit, as in like, I don't know what to do. So I've been working on that. I've been working on just feeling the feelings and understanding where they're coming from and understanding what they have to offer me in the moment. And that's been really pivotal for me. That's been really pivotal. And so, this applies to generational curses. This also applies to any type of relational dynamics within you and your friendships, or you and your past partners, lovers, situationships. Like, this applies to all of these things. And the thing that I see is that a lot of times you may change, but you may not see other people changing. And that sounds super duh. Like, that sounds like super, like, duh. But I think when you put, like, at least from being inside the experience of trying to improve your life and trying to improve your own self, like me, for me and my own experience of trying to improve, I always had this, like, fantasy as a kid that my parents would change and that our family would become better and more happy and more peaceful and more honest. I always thought that. And I, like, continued to work on myself and trying to, like, elevate them in one way or the other. And sometimes that was, like, putting down their ways and judging them and just, like, trying so hard, and then just an outburst of rage because my efforts were not changing the outcome of the situation. This is where so many boundaries come in. And it's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to have your boundaries. You don't have to justify it. That's what I would have told my younger self. I've been reflecting over a period of time in my life. It was like 5 years ago. I've been reflecting over this time, reading my journal entries. And it's been so fascinating. Like, it's been so fascinating because everything that I am actually bringing into embodiment right now are things that I planted the intellectual seeds of, and, like, just the desires for. Clearly, I got so clear with myself 5 years ago. I was like, I started working through, like, my financial mentalities and, like, my limiting beliefs about finances and about myself and about my relationships. I got very clear. And at that time, I was still in a situation that kind of enforced these other old patterns for me. Patterns that, showed me you don't deserve love. You don't deserve presence and communication. You don't deserve to be held, to be seen. I was still in a relationship which was enforcing those things, which patterns to me my childhood dynamics. I don't care what you have, what you have to say. I don't care how you feel. I don't want to hear it. You're too much. Your emotions are too much. I'm a deep feeler, y'all. I don't know. Even in the times that I've been suppressing my emotions, I'm a feeler. I feel things. And I really don't feel like it's too much, but for people that really don't want to feel their feelings and don't want to touch the hard things, I think that's the difference. Is that, like, for me, I've never necessarily been really afraid to touch the hard things. Like, I'll go there. I'm learning at this point how to feel it in my body, how to be present in the feeling instead of intellectualizing it and making up thoughts about it and justifying it. Instead of doing that, I'm just feeling it in my body. Like, okay, I feel really freaking angry right now, or I feel very discouraged, or I feel very sad, and I'm confused, and am I really ever confused? I feel like confusion has marked my journey. Like, a lot of, you know, I just read something, like, just barely about, basically, the voices of the world are fickle. If you listen to the voices of the world, you're going to hear all sorts of things. And for a long time, I was listening to the voice of the world, the voices of the world. And it was very freaking confusing. So yes, I can say that it's been confusing because my focus was in the wrong spot. My focus was in the wrong place. I've been learning the importance of centering here. The importance of centering in here. If your mind is all over the place, if your mind is over here on Donald Trump and your neighbor over here and that person you feel like hates you, or maybe you hate them, and or all the bullshit. Come back here. If you're feeling scared about, like, social interactions, you may have a past of abuse. Like, you may have a past where interpersonal relationships were very damaged and just hard. A lot of that comes from becoming disconnected from the self and not having a clear idea about our personal boundaries. If you don't know yourself, how are you going to set proper boundaries to protect yourself, to protect your psyche? It's not about you have to protect yourself because you're weak. It's about you get to protect yourself because you're a human. You're not Iron Man. Like, okay, you're not made of iron. You have a psyche that is very impressionable. You have a heart that feels feelings. You have a mind that can go crazy and irrationalize everything. Or you have a mind that can literally create new realities. You have a mind that can create new realities, that can create new things, that can tap into new visions. You have a body that can create those visions in real time and space, in real materials, real and raw materials. Your body can do that. Your body is a vessel that can give you all the information you need. You came into this earth, you came into this realm with one thing, one physical thing. Not your earrings, you didn't bring those with you, you didn't bring your clothes with you, you brought your body. That's the only thing. That is the only thing you brought here with you. So imagine all of the knowledge and wisdom and information that you can comprehend through connection to the body. I'm gonna leave that there. I feel like something was just placed in front of you. So yeah. Something was placed in front of me. And so yeah. That was a little bit of a tangent. But that's just what I want to relate to you, is that your reality is changing as you work on yourself. It does not mean that anybody else's reality is changing outside of yourself. Some people might not even, they're probably not going to see what you're seeing. Okay, first of all, other people not understanding your reality, it does not discredit or invalidate your reality that you experience every day. Your state of being, your frequency of embodiment. Other people not understanding your path or your perception does not discredit or invalidate it. You cherish that. Cherish that. Life is so precious. Cherish the magic that you are seeing every day. Cherish the interactions that you have, the experiences, the little tiny synchronicities, the tiny alignments, the large alignments, the big opportunities that come to you, and you're just like, whoa, for real, for real? For real, for real? For real, for real? Cherish them. So understand also that other people may not be experiencing what you're experiencing. So don't just talk about it like it's like everybody knows what you're going through. Most people probably don't. If you are hearing these words right now, most people probably don't quite comprehend what you're going through. You can get there with people, and don't be scared of going there. But yeah, man. Other people's realities might completely and utterly stay the same. They might do their same 5 habits year after year after year after year, while you are changing and you are shifting and you are growing and you are evolving and you are transforming. Don't project it outward, and don't internalize the confusion of others inward. Don't do it. Center here. Obliterate those curses. Obliterate the curses that had their grip on you and had their chains around your arms and around your neck, everything. Obliterate them. Obliterate them and have a fun time. Have a good time. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.